Well, Trish, thank you for joining us and being willing to talk about Glow Media for our Safe Cities project here in DC. Can you tell me about Glow Media and what you guys do?
Well, thanks for inviting me to be part of this program, Jenna. I'm really very passionate about the cause. Glow Media was born out of my first project, which was the film Warning, Take Only as Direction, about prescription medicine abuse, that I wrote as a stage play back in 2012, I think, following the death of my son, November 29th, 2011. My son Charlie died of an accidental OxyContin overdose. Charlie was my thespian. He was a drama major in college. He was 20 years old, 1 week shy of his 21st birthday. And so I channeled my grief into writing a stage play about his journey, loosely based on his journey. It is a teaching tool. It is for drug and alcohol awareness programming, intended for schools, but also for students, families, and their educators to get a real handle on what's going on with students today, teens in particular. And so our new films address mental health issues because we found in touring Warning, Take Only as Directed that there was a need for these other films addressing mental health. And as you probably know, most people with addiction issues have a co-occurring diagnosis, some underlying mental health issue.
And I think from your prevention aspect, it's going to be more important to talk about these mental health issues so that you can stop the self-medicating before it even starts or becomes a serious problem.
Right. We have to empower our youth today with the tools to handle emotional issues. They need emotional agility.
I love that you are exploring every issue that you possibly can because there's so much going on in young people's lives these days, and it can be really hard for them to figure out how to handle it. They don't always have someone to talk to, someone to guide them through it. And I think, we feel like video is one of the best ways to reach people these days. But you also have a curriculum that goes with it. So it's not just an entertaining video, but there are, what would you call it?
Well, we have accompanying guides for each one of our films. The first film, Warning, Take Only as Directed, came with educator, student, and parent guardian guides. And the lesson plans in those guides, specifically for the educators, adhere to Common Core standards. And they'll address, I have some notes here, some language arts standards in particular. So reading, writing skills, research. So the educator is equipped with a lesson plan to teach the film to the students. The parent guardian guide goes home to the parents prior to the lesson being taught in the classroom. Student guides are given out during or just prior to watching the film. So we have these guides. They are all available on our website with our films free of charge.
That's awesome. I love that you found a way to work with schools from every aspect.
Exactly. And as I said earlier, and as I know you agree, knowledge is power. Ignorance is going to kill. Because the heroin epidemic, the opioid epidemic that's sweeping the country right now, started with prescription opioids.
Coming from a parent who has lost a child to a drug overdose, do you have any advice to parents who are either currently struggling with addiction or looking for ways to help prevent that issue in their home?
Have a dialogue. The worst thing you can do as a parent is turn a blind eye, keep your head in the sand. Teens are hard. They're hard to talk to. You've got to keep those lines of communication open. It's very important. I would say as a parent, if you think your child might be using, he or she probably is. What's your first course of action? Try to talk with them. If you find that your child is actually addicted, just It's time to get treatment. You need to speak with a professional. I would strongly urge you to get help for yourself and your child, and be open to all types of help. The issue of prescription medication abuse is just, well, it's exploded. As you know, the opioid epidemic in this country is at an all-time high. It's reached an emergency level, and because of efforts like yours, Safe Cities, Safe Prevention, and our efforts at Glow Media with Warning Take Only as Directed in our mental health issues, people are listening. They are hearing the call to action. We need to educate our children about these dangers.
Thank you again for sitting down with us and being willing to share your personal story, and for creating Glow Media and all of these videos to hopefully prevent the next generation from trying drugs in the first place.
Thank you, Jenna.